100 box seals,
189.
And we've already done about
60.
About 60. How long did that take us so far?
All in all, we get about 10% of progress done per week that we're here. So about 10 seals every 5 days, 5 working days.
So that's about 2 per day that we're looking at. Okay. When does that project us out to be done with this?
We are trying to negotiate an end date for our 189 seals for March 31st. We started November 7th. We've had a lot of holidays. In between, we've had rainouts, we've had delays due to air traffic because we are on a runway.
Yeah.
So there's been stuff like that.
Yeah, so unique issues with this job would include the fact when planes are taking off, at least one of the locations, we have to completely vacate every time they do. They're 2 different sizes. They're both box seals. Could you tell me about the size of these things?
First of all, there's 3 culverts total that we're doing. There's 63 seals per culvert. We have 1 culvert consisting of 4x6 box seals, and we have 2 other culverts consisting of 6x6 box seals.
So these are culverts designed to control the flow of underground water or rainwater, so as to not affect air travel in and out of the airport. And previously, well, I mean, even right now, most of these joints are letting water in, and so our entire purpose is to eliminate infiltration at the joints themselves.
Yes.
Had they experienced any kind of damage above ground, or is this really more of a preventative measure based on how much water they'd seen getting into the pipes?
There was a depression before they excavated it and re-asphalted it in the middle of the runway, right above the culvert that we were working in.
So a depression had formed in the runway.
Yes,
because
it's been there for a while.
Yeah, okay, and that's probably what spurred the project happening in the first place. Do you have an estimate on size?
50 to 100 feet wide, 150 feet long.
So was it like a collapse or just sunk in a little bit?
It sunk in a little bit. We're installing seals, mechanical seals at their location. What that involves is chip away at the sides and make sure there's no mineral buildup or any type of deposit. Drilling holes per side all the way around the 6-foot seal, and then doing the mirror image on the opposite side, because you're going to set a seal in between these drill points. So
like to make sure that there's an even distribution of the anchors, you have these like forms that sort of like showcase where they go. You put them up against the wall, you drill them in, and make sure it's even, consistent across the board.
You're going to set anchors in the drill points, come back in, install the rubber portion of the seal.
Also, to help with these corners, now these aren't 90-degree corners we're talking about here, these are 45. To help it conform a little bit better, we use Pro Stick in the corner too, to help just kind of mitigate that hard turn on the rubber to make sure that we get a good consistent seal across.
And after that, install the metal bands that go around the outside of the seal to keep it in place, and install hold downs on each of the individual anchors that you install to keep the seal in place. And after that, we pressurize it, install a wedge that keeps it pressed against the wall, and there you have it. Seal in place.
Is there any other things we have to consider, or complications to the project, or things that are slowing us down that you'd like to mention?
Well, we're in a confined space, so that becomes a daily issue almost. You have to be wary of what's around you, certain smells. We're in a high traffic area for air traffic, so that's another thing. But another aspect of it that people don't think of is these anchors that stick out of the ground. They need to be almost flush with the top of the seal. So
you go through, you give it a lower profile by cutting down those bolts a little bit. We have to be mindful of, the air, which we have been monitoring the air, but some of the other things is sometimes spill and wash gets into these pipes. And you were saying sometimes there'll be a film or a sudsy look and stuff that could also pose a threat to the people working down there, even if the air monitor doesn't, notice it. So
exactly.
In the event that someone gets a headache or starts feeling weird, they come up. It could be some sort of cleaning detergent style stuff that they were using. It could be any number of things, but if it causes our guys to get sick, we have to keep a winch or
a tripod and a winch.
They
all wear harnesses.
It can be a little tedious at times, but safety comes first, and we'll get the job done.